Team 17.
Sassy Chat Games.
Hello and welcome in, everyone. I am WG Ashwood. I'll be your fancy focused charity host for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. It is so exciting to have you here. It is a happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to everyone. We are so ecstatic to be here once again with you. We are what is going on? What is brand new? We are donating to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center for the month of August. So we are a portion of any subs, bits, gifts, donations, anything of the such is going to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Foundation Center. I don't know if it's a foundation or a center. I believe it's a center. But shout out a member of our community who is very passionate about this cause. So we are, as always, trying to make the world a better place that you want to live in. So we are donating to causes that make you excited. So this is one of theirs. So very excited to be donating to a wildlife foundation, a wildlife center. My brain wants to say foundation. I don't know why. But so excited to have you here. Welcome in Agbu, welcome in Eric. How are we doing tonight? It's so glad I'm so glad to have you here. We are gonna be doing some more. I feel like some more date everything. I might just want to like sit and chat and hang out for a little bit. It's a happy Saturday, absolutely, Agbu, and thank you for being first. We will make your customary first cocktail for you and get that presented right quick. We have some delightful Earl Grey tea tonight that we are going to be sipping on, and we are just happy to be here. How's everybody's weekend so far? We have had a really lazy weekend up until this this night when we went out with our family to this, I want to say, this really cool art restaurant. Like the place was absolutely covered in paintings of celebrities and like local stuff. It was called Velvet Cactus over in Lakeview. Really cool place. A bit of a drive for me, but like the paintings all over the walls, stellar. There was one of Billie Joe Armstrong from Green Day that absolutely floored me from across the restaurant. We have no really like big news for you right now. Us in the Jazzy Smooth and D and Dane just started Dark Souls 3 this week. So you can look forward to that on Thursdays. I think we're pretty good on Thursdays in the near future. We're doing Dark Souls 3 until probably Borderlands comes out next month. But We want to know what y'all are excited about, if there are any games coming out that you want us to check in on, if there are any cool games you want us to check out at all. We would love to hear about them because we're kind of in this like post date everything slump where we're like haven't finished the game, still looking forward to it, like still playing it, but it's like gotten to that part where it's just the characters we're not really feeling anymore, so we're just doing like running around. Oxenfree 2, I have it downloaded, Agbu. I have Oxenfree downloaded. I've had it downloaded since the 24-hour stream. We should definitely give that a night on its own. How are we feeling about Borderlands 4? Excited, nervous, etc.? I'd say I'm excited. I want to see how they return to basics and really like crunch down on the mechanics of Borderlands and see, because 3 they went wild with it, right? They went they like turned everything up to 11, and now they say they're like toning things back. So it's like where are you gonna like strike down the humor? Where are you gonna strike down the loot goblin-y aspects of the game? So it's like, what is going to be toned down? Are we going to see it return to glory of Borderlands 2 when it was kind of like this perfect game? Or are we going to see it like be kind of misaligned with our sensibilities at first? Because I believe in my heart of hearts that they're doing the right thing with Borderlands, and they're going to tune things over to like what makes it a good game. So I believe it's going to be a good game, but it's just like, is it going to hit, right? 'Cause that's always what we're worried about, is that game going to like smash us right in the heart and get our gamer sensibilities bumping. You felt similar about Claire Obscure, just beat it, really enjoyed it, but was ready to move on to something else. Absolutely. And that's just a natural part of the gaming lifestyle. Once you at least for me, I know some people can like replay games ad nauseum. I am not one of those people. I can play a game like one time, maybe two times. It's a very rare game that will have me replaying it multiple times, especially in a short window of time. Like I'll play the heck out of a game like Blueprints. I played Blueprint. Everybody here knows I played Blueprints like crazy. But it got to the point where we just couldn't carry on with it anymore. We had to look for something else. Um we are and we're like date everything. We got so involved with date everything. We've dated 50 some odd characters at this point, but there's still like 50 more to go, and we're just hitting that point where it's I should be in the just chatting screen. There we go. There's my big beautiful all my or it's more of a glass, isn't it? With all of my beautiful little pride flags. Yes, we love to see them. But yeah, it's just kind of where we're feeling. I'm red. Red. Just it's hot, and it's probably the heat with this thick coat that I'm wearing. I don't know why I'm wearing such a thick coat tonight. I just felt like putting on one of my feather lapels and this beautiful black pocket square. But we're just hanging out in the thick coat in the middle of summer. That's normal, right? Everything's normal. Yeah. What has everybody been up to this weekend? Have we been having productive weekends, lazy weekends, just been chilling? Have we been playing a lot of games? I I for one have not been up to much. Like I said, I just like only left my house today to get some grocery shopping and some family time in. But it's been a good relaxing reset. You know, there's so much hustle and bustle doing things these days. I even got to work on for those who don't know, we me and some my friends I need to properly attribute. My friends wrote a movie script and they want me to be in it, and I'm very excited to be a part of that. That's kind of like the big news that I was hinting at a couple of weeks ago, when I said we were working on something. We were working on this movie. So I was doing some movie stuff today. I was working on a prop, and I'll be submitting that in like the next week or so to see about what they how they feel about it, and if they want to change anything or finalize any details. But yeah, so there might be a movie with yours truly in the works. It's gonna be wild. I've read the script, we've done a table read. It's wild. It's a wild time. Uh it is it's crazy. Um but I'm very honored to be a part of the project, and I'm very excited for it. Played some Magic last night with Dane, Brosource, and Ryu. That's fantastic, Agbu. That sounds like a delightful way to spend the evening. Except for the Magic part. I'm just kidding, of course. I think that I think it's a great game. It's not personally one of my favorites to play, but I know it is great and beloved by many. And I would not slander it because it is a really cool world. I was fortunate enough to, when I was out at Gem State Gaming Convention, Gem State Gaming Convention, Gem State Gaming Convention, uh, I was fortunate enough to participate in a couple of Magic related activities, and they were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed them. I hope to see more of that kind of stuff in the coming years for GSGC, of which you will definitely have me back out. Ryu kicked all your asses 3 games, all 3 games. You were at Gem State Gaming Convention. How was it? It was a grand old time, Agbu. Hey, Mike Holio, welcome in. Rode a train to a train museum today. Pretty entertaining. Nice. Yes, we were absolutely at Gem State Gaming Convention. And you hear that's Idaho's premier gaming convention? It is indeed. It is in fact a very, very fun time, and I would welcome anybody to go pick up their tickets now. Get a 3-day ticket. Come for all 3 days of the gaming. Next year, I'm very excited. I'm already working on stuff for next year. I want to do a panel on creating um like novel game mechanics for TTRPGs. Um, I've done stuff like I've run games and like combats where the floor shifted. I've run level 20 uh combats where you get to like showcase your character abilities. Um, I've done a bunch of different like really weird mechanics in games that I think I would lend to like a good talk panel to do. So I'd be very excited to do a panel on that. Um, what was this train museum, Mike? What what was the like what kind of what is it, just like a history of trains, or was it a history of a specific train that was important to different founding aspects of traindom? Just a famous train? I don't know what would make a train famous. Does it just cover like a wide area, or does it cover an important like serious like an important stretch? I don't know. I don't know much about trains. I'm kind of I need to be educated by this train museum. Oh, another thing for Gem State Gaming Convention. It's the history of some Seattle area lines and trains. That's delightful. I think I like we have a train from New Orleans that goes around the country a little bit. I would love to take that train. I would love to go for a really long train ride and just sit by the window as the things go past, and like with the little glasses on, a turtleneck sweater, and just writing my adventures across America on trains. There are several trains that have historical value. I would love to hear about them, Agbu. I'm like I said, I'm train dumb. I don't know much about trains. Uh, did the Starlight line, Seattle to LA last year, and it was awesome. See, I want a really cool train line. Like we've got a train to Lafayette. I can go to Lafayette, but like where else can I go via train? I want a cool like can I get a train to Atlanta that I can take for conventions? That'd be neat. It would save me would probably wouldn't save me any time, but it might save me some packing. I have to pack things weird, like when I do my big cosplays. I could get a whole train car to myself and pack just the train car. How cool would that be? Don't know what they are by name, but the Intercontinental Railroad was connected from coast to coast in Utah. Intriguing. Is there perhaps some sort of Utah museum we could visit? Or the train facts? There is an Amtrak from New Orleans to Atlanta? Hell yeah, let's go! Your boy's doing a train ride. And I'm taking everybody with me. We're doing a stream from a train. Train streams. That's what we're doing next year. I'll put it as one of the. If we make like 10K for charity, I'll do a train stream. And we'll ride a train from New Orleans to Atlanta and back. And I'll wear my turtleneck sweater and I'll like write with a typewriter all of our adventures. A line from New Orleans to LA? Really? That's one hell of a train ride. That's got to be like 4 days of trains. I don't actually know how long it takes to drive from New Orleans to LA. But I imagine 4 days of trains. If I know anything about trains, which I don't. So New Orleans to Chicago. I have enjoyed my time in Chicago. I would like to return. Chicago is a nice town. There are a bunch of golden spike places in Utah because the last railroad spike was gold plated. Was it just gold plated or was it made out of solid gold? And can we go on a treasure hunt for the last railroad spike? The adventure of the last railroad spike, where we find a solid gold bar that's been turned into a railroad spike. You'd expect the New Orleans to LA line is probably 3 days. Interesting. I would very much like to ride this train. I don't know what I would do in LA. I mean, there's some cool stuff going on there, like Game Changer. If I'm ever on Game Changer, which is a life goal of mine, I would maybe I'll take a train to LA. I'd really like to. I know it's like got good restaurants in LA. It has to because of the clientele there. But I'd really like to go to San Francisco as well. There a train to San Francisco from LA. It's plated. It'd have been a really crappy spike if it was solid gold. Gold is really, really, really soft. But then can we still go on an adventure for the last railroad spike? It's just gold plated? How thick's the plating? There's a train from LA to San Francisco. There are trains all over the place. What was I worried about? I grew up just down the street from a train yard. Um there's a bunch in New Orleans because it's a big shipping town. It being a port and all. There's a lot of trains that used to move. So there's a lot of train places. You can even ride the Starlight as it passes through San Francisco. So what is the Starlight, Mike? You said you rode it from Seattle to LA. Is it you can always go on a heist? You're always up for that? Yes, Agbu. You can be our inside man. Or the Face. Or perhaps the Cat Burglar. Sunset Limited is the line from New Orleans to LA. Woo! Sunset! Starlight is the famous line that runs from West Coast from Seattle to LA. Okay. It's a 36-hour ride one way? Yeesh. Is it like... So it's from Seattle to LA, and then you pop off another line. Okay. I have to think about that one. I'd have to visit Seattle some. Probably be best used as the chemist and mix the concoctions we need, like acids, explosives, and chloroform. Interesting. Yes. You shall be our chemist then, Agbu. For our heist of the last railroad spike. I don't actually know if that railroad spike is still in use, if we can just go dig it out of the ground. I'm pretty sure that would cause a lot of issues if we were to do something crazy like dig up a railroad spike. I imagine it would be bad for the trains. But it seems like a fun idea. We'll have to come up with a replacement spike. Trade it out. And Amtrak tells me the Sunset Limited is just under 48 hours from New Orleans to LA. That's impressive. We need to have a historian to do that research for us. I have just the person in mind. Spice and Rose. Local historian. So it's just 2 days, just under 2 days from New Orleans to LA via Amtrak. I would like to visit LA. I think there's cool stuff in LA. A private roomette is $1,200 for a one-way trip. Coach is only $200 one way. Oof. Spice would probably need to be our forger. I don't know. Would Spice's talents be best put to forging documents or to telling us all the history that we need? You'd recommend a roomette. We used one on the Starlight. Quite nice. How many people did you have that you split the cost of the roomette with? Well, I guess the roomette wouldn't have been as expensive. Spice could do both? Absolutely. But we would need to change outfits. We needed to have some sort of twin situation. Is Panda in use, so no cost splitting? Gotcha. 1,200 seems pretty steep for a one-way ticket. I'd have to see what plane rides cost. Coach, $200 for, like, I've done some wild stuff for travel. I've slept outside of bus stations. I've ridden buses for like 12 hours straight. I can't imagine coach would be much worse than than a plane ride. Not a plane ride, a bus ride. A 48-hour ride is pretty rough, but at least on a like train, I'd be able to walk around and stuff. You did ride it both ways. Plane ride is much cheaper, faster. You're taking one of these routes, the journey is part of the vacation. Absolutely. Like I said, train stream. We'll do a whole train stream. We'll write off the cost of the roomette. The food is included if you get a room? Food isn't included in Coach? That's rough. That sucks. I wish, I'm already, like, mapping out the costs of it, and it's not looking great. But it sounds like a good time. Because I can travel off of just a backpack, so I don't need, like, luggage or anything. But let's see. 2 days to LA, a room at $1,200, and then spending all the time in LA. How long would they need me for Game Changer? Just a couple hours, right? Atlanta's a shorter trip, no need for a room. Do they even offer rooms for the Atlanta trip? But can we sit by the window with our typewriter without a room? Would it just be rude? I've ridden first class in trains before. My godfather, I once traveled with my godfather, and he would do no less than first class. So we rode trains, rode a couple of trains from Beaune, France to Belgium. Rode trains, and then to Paris. And that was like the height of my first classdom. The train to Atlanta, the Crescent, does have rooms, only $450. The Crescent is a fantastic name for a train that I might be murdered on. It's a 13-hour ride? Yeesh. 13 hours, that's little better than a drive. A drive from New Orleans to Atlanta is like 10 hours. Can I get to New York? The Crescent goes all the way to NYC. Hell yeah, let's go Crescent! You were reading my mind, Mike. We are on the wavelength. Are train robberies still a thing? How would they even... Who would rob a train these days? Is that something we need to be worried about? I think probably not, right? Have to worry about train robberies. Yes, they're still a thing? But who could make their living off of train robberies? Hannah worked at a law office in New York. Her office represented a train robber? We'd be doing a train heist. A train heist, huh? Train heist would be a valuable experience. What's like the biggest score we could pull off on a train heist? Bearer bonds? I don't know. Gold bars? What do they even transport on trains these days? Highly recommend an Amtrak ride. On most modern US trains, not a lot. At least not passenger trains. I've heard good things about Amtrak. I'd be willing to give them a shot. For some a cool vacation idea. The freight trains have all kinds of stuff, but no passengers. Why do I always like resort to heists? Oh, speaking of what we always resort to, murder mystery. We're working on a murder mystery game for D&D, which is going to be our redeem for the charity event. Heists are cool. Absolutely, Agbu. Like I was saying, I've been working on the charity redeem game of D&D. I need to get together a couple of creators who I think would be super cool and investigative, and get with them about running a murder mystery game. Heists make good stories. They do make good stories. That's why you have so many cool heist movies. It's been a while since we had a good heist movie. The last one I remember is Now You See Me 2. I love Now You See Me. I'm very excited for the third one. I'm trying to get my movie club to watch Now You See Me movies. I'm not trying very hard, but I'm trying. It's on the list. Anyway, murder mysteries. Now You See Me 3 is coming out soonish. It is soonish. I don't know exactly when, but soonish. Why is Christmas music playing in my ears? Not Christmas. Yeah, like I was saying, murder mystery. We're gonna have, I'm thinking of setting it in a, like, commerce center slash fantasy shopping mall slash the, slash, what would it be? Like a merchant's quarter? Having, murder mystery of some important figure in like a shopping district. Aku, welcome in. You're not new here, but I think it would be very cool. I think it would lead to a lot of NPCs. So I've been designing NPCs. Of course, we got help with designing NPCs when we did the 24-hour stream. We got a couple of donations at the NPC tier. How are we today? We're doing great, Aku. How are you doing today? I got the opportunity to say we were donating to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center earlier. So very excited to be able to donate to them. And what was I saying? Yeah, Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. We're donating to them for the month of August. Woo! Or should I say, ah woo! Only if you are werewolf Fred Durst. Get you a little ah woo. Yeah, so that's where we're donating to, and the other charity event that we have coming up, the D&D game I'm working on. I'm also I'm also working on the hot tub stream. I don't know like exactly how well we're gonna be able to do that. Aku, thank you for the resubscribe. Please enjoy your puggy emotes. And thank you for helping us raise our donation to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. Birthing pool, birthing pool, birthing pool. I don't know if we're gonna get the birthing pool. I don't know if I haven't been able to find a cheap option for the birthing pool. At lunch. What does at lunch mean? Yeah, I haven't found a cheap option for the birthing pool. Like there are cheap options out in like we found out in Nashville, but I don't think we could get it locally for very cheap. We'd have to figure out some like I'm leaning towards kiddie pool right here in the room, which members of the community have voiced their stern disagreement with me on putting a kiddie pool next to my computer. I say it should be fine. I have everything figured out. You could also just rent a hotel room with a hot tub. Interesting idea, Aku. Interesting idea. Hotel hot tub. I did have a jacuzzi for the Gem State Gaming Convention. Definitely a bold choice to put a pool in my room. They have non-heart-shaped ones. Look, it's a kiddie pool. It would be a kiddie pool, Mike. That's not bad. That's not a lot of water. Still water. I would have towels around my electronics. Yeah, but they would be several inches to feet away. Water cooling doesn't involve pools? Now you tell me. You wish Spice was here to yell at me? Spice allegedly is listening. Always. So, whether or not Spice is busy enough to yell at me. Ah, there Spice is. Summoned indeed. Why am I yelling at him? You don't have to yell at me, Spice. There's no rule saying you have to be summoned to yell at me. You could just have missed you. Because he wants to put a pool of water in his room? It would be a kiddie pool. It wouldn't be a lot of water. And I would fill it with, like, bubbles and stuff. Yes, Spice. I'm just saying it's an idea. I'm not the one who voted for the hot tub stream. Everyone else voted for it with their money. Alright, you had to Spice any day. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you, Aku. We appreciate the hard work. Spice, would you want to be the historian, forger, or both for our train Golden Spike heist? It's an important question, Spice. There's like something in my sock. There's absolutely something in my Ha! I knew you'd want to be the historian, Spice. Ah, these are brand new socks. Just pulled a thread. Historian, 'tis your degree after all. Yes, we need to know where the golden spike is and how to get it. Or how it got there. Then we can figure out how to liberate it from its confines. Do I have... what is my stream set to? Oh, it's set to date everything. Been just chatting for 45 minutes. So let me set that to just chatting. Okay, yeah, so we were talking about the hot tub stream, as a, is it viable to put a kiddie pool in my room? Everyone is saying no, but I say it's a possibility. Stay tuned for whether or not we go through with putting a kiddie pool in the room, because I don't want to figure out how to do electronically, I don't know how to do streaming from a thing that is not this little area that we have set up. Just because it's a possibility doesn't mean you get to. No, bam, bam. Little spray gun. Sorry you have to stay alive? What part of that message triggered the Ashbot? Sorry you have to stay alive. We hope this electronic message finds you well, Spice and Rose. How are you today? How did... You have yo. Oh, yo. Because it's set to go off if someone says yo. Or hi. Or hello. Or hey, how you doing? Or hey, hi, hello. Interesting. Yeah, so we've got the hot tub stream. We've also got the cooking stream that is coming up. We need to figure out what we're cooking. What are some things people want to see us cook? I want to do something that has a good bit of knife skills. So I can like just put the camera over my cutting board and do a bunch of cuts. Like probably some really fine slicing. If my knives are still up to that. It's been a while since I've done any good knife work. It'd be cool. It'd be neat to make a little mango slaw, mango salsa. Maybe some sort of other salsa to put on top of maybe some cooked meat, maybe some roasted pork loin. We could, I don't know, do some kind of pasta. I'm not really, I don't have like a machine to make pasta. We could make like a good enough pasta dough, but I don't really have the space to make pasta. I've got like space sort of, but it's like it's all width. I don't have like the length. Gnocchi, of course. Mike, I love gnocchi. I am a fiend for gnocchi. I would go crazy for some gnocchi. I don't have a ricer. I would need to either borrow a ricer, my aunt, or figure out how to acquire one for myself. And I don't use one enough to acquire one for myself, so that leans on me grabbing it from my aunt. A ricer, I say. Indeed. A ricer is like a little mill that converts other like cooked potatoes and cooks other cooked root veg into little bits. You can run it through the ricer, and it will shave off. Or like you cook the potatoes and you put it in the ricer and you run it, and it like creates little rice shaped. Seems like a donation could be in order. Did I ever get the stuff for Chef Wood? I have the stuff. It's not ready yet because I don't have anything to cover up my actual real life name. I would have to like grab some duct tape real quick and put it over my real life name. Yeah, I have didn't we plan on a sticky note? I don't know if I trust a sticky note. I need to pick up a new toque. Like one that will fit over my headphones. Derby, it's my combat turn. Good luck, Spice. May your rolls be 20s. A toque, yes, a hat. Not what you were thinking? Yes, it's the French toque. Toque. Lapel? My, what a shiny lapel pin and pocket square. Okay. You may be familiar with a lapel pin of this like, although I don't know if you've seen this one yet. This is a silver feather. My feather collection. Let's see if we can do the influencer hand. It's not scooming. It never zooms in, but oh, that's a good spot. A delightful feather. It's a full feather. And then of course we have the pin part, so it pushes into... I didn't do it right. And my pocket square is a black pocket square with red and blue embellishments. See the nice, delightful. See it kind of at the top here. See the blue. Blue doesn't really come across as well in shadow. The red really pops. I really like this red. That is the pocket square and lapel pin combo for today. This pocket square was part of a Paisley set that I got. I got a bunch of different colors with a bunch of different types of Paisley-ness to them. And I'm very, very excited to show them off. Hell yeah. What is the name of that one emote? Is it titled Hell Yeah? Probably not. Oh, it's called Go You. Interesting. I set those emotes up years ago. I can't remember what I called them all. I'm honestly surprised that I ever went through with putting my face in emote form to give to y'all. But now y'all have it, and then it created the Dirty Girl shirt. Or the DG shirt for short. Or like D-Gen shirt. I was gonna say I have a shirt with your face on it. I'm still torn. Still torn about that shirt. I have multiple feelings about that shirt. Everybody, thank you for spending your Saturday with me. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I feel much better having you here. I was torn on whether or not I was going to stream tonight, but I felt like I wanted to. Especially because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night, probably. I say probably because there's like a 99% chance that I'm going to be busy. Very low chance that I will not, that I will be able to stream. So we appreciate getting to fill in the gap by jumping in on today, a Saturday when we normally wouldn't stream. I say that like we haven't streamed on our off days consistently for the past couple of weeks / months. What even is a schedule anymore? Who abides by a schedule? Your precursor every time Wolf is going to say you bullied him, just asked if he was coming. Well, I hope that Wolf joins us, but I hope that Wolf feels no pressure to join. That Wolf is joining out of some interest to be here, rather than bullying. And I know you're not bullying, Aku. We can trust that you wouldn't bully. Everyone can trust that our community wouldn't bully. I'm gonna fix this pin. Okay. What if I didn't put a pool in my room? What sort of locales other than the hotel would y'all want to see on a hot tub stream? What kind of nonsense could we get up to that would be worth putting on a hot tub stream? Because, like, if we get the birthing pool, that's ridiculous. Ocean stream? But I'm scared of the water, Aku. Also, the Gulf is, like, right there. It would take me, like, an hour to drive to it. I face my fears. Could we have Facing My Fears stream? But Aku, what if something touches my leg? What if it's a tentacle? Or some seaweed? Or a fish? Whatever could possibly, like, if we did a hot tub stream, what exactly would we find? Why are we fear factoring the lad? If I'm on the very shore, I'll be fine. Look, the hot tub stream, I think, should maybe focus on a hot tub. I guess the Twitch category is hot tubs, beaches, and pools. So it's up to... Yes, focus on a hot tub. Like, perhaps a kiddie pool in the room, Spice? Not a kiddie pool. Okay, you're being very particular about this. Please don't go in the ocean. That shit is horrifying. Hot tub. Hot tub. No PC near? But Spice, if the PC isn't nearby, then how will we stream? You need to have the PC nearby. In fact, it's more dangerous to put it near a hot tub than the kiddie pool, because the kiddie pool we can position away from the PC. A phone and a hotspot? I don't know, Spice. It seems awfully dangerous to put a phone near a hot tub. Ah! Not with the spray bottle again. Just chatting from the bath? The library may have Wi-Fi hotspots they can check out. Spice, I have a hotspot on my phone. No need to bother the library with it. Get a megaphone? My dad has a megaphone. Why would we need a megaphone? Attach a mic to my hair? I feel like they were just gonna destroy a microphone. One of those ranged ones? To yell from the hot tub? I really feel like the dangers of putting a kiddie pool in the room have been exaggerated. What's the worst that could happen? There's a lot of effort being put in and expenses to this other hot tub. But a kiddie pool is like 20 bucks, and I can get water from the tap. You ruin your stuff, you can't blame us. We can donate toward the hotel. I appreciate that y'all would want to donate towards the hotel, but then that's less money going to charity. A kiddie pool isn't a hot tub, it's a cold soup. Ah, but Spice, what if we put bubble bath in it? We already blew that charity goal? Hey, yo. He uses leftover milk. Nothing is out of the picture here, I guess. What this? You do that? You use cereal milk one time for your tea, and all of a sudden Aku won't let you live it down. We did not vote for Ashwood Soup. I disagree, Agbu. By the very nature of donating towards a hot tub stream, this community voted exclusively for Ashwood Soup. Not cold Ashwood Soup? Look, I'm just saying. We could have a lot of fun with a kiddie pool. We could have significantly less fun with a, well, I don't know. What about the dogs? Don't you want the dogs to have a kiddie pool to play in after I'm done with it? Think of the dogs. Think of how hot it is outside. And don't think about the fact that I'm probably going to do this stream sometime in, like, the depths of winter / fall. Why don't you just get them a pool now? Not in the house! Aku, I could get them if I got them the kiddie pool now, they might put holes in it. And if they put holes in it, then my electronics won't be safe. Winter where I am is what, a cool 90 degrees? Exactly, Spice. That's why it's a good plan. It's a good plan to have this hot tub stream in the winter. Refreshing. Plastic kid pool? Holes? Are they demon dogs? Well, Frankie is. Other Frankie's not. Other Frankie's a good boy. But they have long nails. They could put holes in stuff. Hey, what's up, Wolf? How you doing today? Good to see you. All pugs are demon dogs, you've been told? Pugs are adorable demon dogs, but they are demon dogs all the same. I hear you were bullying Aku? No, they would never. I'm sorry, a pug cattle dog mix? Are they just a giant pug? Nist would absolutely agree with the pug lore. She's a giant pug, yes. That is awesome. One of the best things about pugs is that they are bite-sized. So we need to see this giant pug. I'm just imagining a Frankie, but moose-sized. Moose-sized Frankie. Now that's a terrifying objective. It honestly chills the bones. Anyway, what do y'all want to see me cook? Kind of cool. I know Mike suggested gnocchi, which I would love to make gnocchi. I can't. I don't have a ricer. I could get a ricer. But, like, what kind of proteins? Because I could get, like, a pork loin. I could do it up real nice. I could cut it up real nice and make a nice pork fried rice. Or so many options. Hard to narrow it down. My brain right now is just saying it wants steak. It wants meat. It's in your Discord now. You watched her for a bit the other day and she was playing with your dog. Nice. How big of a pug are we talking? Like, I want a Mastiff. I want a Mastiff-sized pug. Like something you would make for a celebration? She's 30 pounds? Maybe 40? Well, right now, Frankie, and she's a bit on the chubby side, is over 20 pounds, I believe. So we might be talking twice the size of Frankie, which would be super cool. She's only like 8 months? That is going to be a fantastic dog. Very excited. Very excited for this pug. I personally love the shit out of that pug. I was hanging out on the couch today, and one of the Frankies, not Pug Frankie, the other Frankie, jumped up and just cuddled up next to me. It was fantastic. He usually does that. He'll usually, like, he'll come lay by my head. I almost took a picture. I didn't like my face in it. But he was just, like, laying on my head today. Her face, her tail, I loved him. She's a goof. I'm like super interested in getting another dog. There's a big part of me that wants to get another dog, and like 2 big parts of me that are going, no, we have dogs at the house. We have dogs at home. But I would like another dog. Nice. I have a dog of my own. but it would also be a ton of responsibility, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. You know how it is. I'm just a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow. I don't want no responsibilities. I want to be free. Goof being filtered is wild? Is it filtered? It wasn't filtered for me, Wolf. Is it filtered on mobile? Spice, there's more imagery? It was censored and you're on your computer? Her and my dog are best friends? Aw, Aku. That's adorable. Make me want a new dog. I want like a... I grew up with labs. I grew up with Labradors. So I want a Labrador. I love them. I love them so much. Such incredible dogs. But I think I want a rescue, like kind of an older rescue. They're like yin and yang because she's all black and he's all white. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, I grew up with black labs, and they are like, they have beautiful coats. They're such smart dogs. They make such great companions. I'm a sucker for a good Labrador. Just to be closer to 40. Leo's 19 pounds and she's way bigger than him. Just met a wolf Malamute mix? The Malamute. They were so soft. So tall. You could ride it into battle. Wolf dogs are so cute. Speaking of wolves, we're donating to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center for the month of August. So a portion of any subs, bits, gifts, donations, anything of the like is going to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. Which can be, wolf dogs are so cute, which can be found rescued at the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. Exactly, Aku. That's what corgis were for? So fairies could ride them into battle? Agbu, that's gotta be a... You're making that up. Is that... Aku, thank you so much for the bits! Very kind of you to donate. We love seeing the bits. Oh, and they fill up the little glass. One by one. That's really interesting. I've never seen it do that. I've never actually seen it get filled up. Suddenly I've become a fairy, Agbu. Pretty sure that's a myth, but it's one you love. Don't all corgis belong to the monarchy of England? Was it exclusively to the queen? The old queen. What's her face? I don't remember her name. I don't need to remember. I'm American. We fought a war, so I wouldn't have to remember her. I remember she loved corgis. So do I. So we had that in common. Aku, thank you so much for the bits! More bits! 69 bits! Nice! Alright, is it gonna fill up 69 times? Is it gonna spill over? It's going one by one. That's a lot of bits. I think it's gonna reach the top. It reached the top! Oh! It just barely reached the top! I want to see what happens next. Slay! Absolutely, Aku. Thank you so much for the bits. Aku, thank you for the bits. Are we gonna actually? Is it gonna? It's filling up. It's just, they're just falling out now. Okay, so now we know what happens when it fills up. They just pop out. Now I want like okay. I don't know what is in the physics engine. I want something that is really like heavy to get like dropped into all of these bits. Like if there was some sort of big bit or something that could like drop down. Spice, thank you for the bits. That's very kind of you to donate. Thank you so much. But I want like one big bit that just drops down and throws all the bits everywhere. Game making time. Indeed. Yeah, I want something that'll just drop in and throw all the bits everywhere. I wonder if I could. I bet if I changed the glass, probably empty out all the bits. But look at how many bits we've collected. Wonder if the 100-bit does it? Maybe, but I don't know. I think it would probably just be more of the same size. I think I don't know if it's like if it quantifies the size of the bit. But I would love to play with the physics engine. Like, does a resubscribe? Is that heavy? Would that float a bunch of bits everywhere? Would a new subscription weighted more than a bit? These are things we may never know, because we don't do just chatting that often. We just sort of hang out here sometimes, and we don't put this delightful thingy on the other screen. Something to ponder. You could, it's fun. I'm very minimalist. I'm very minimalist with my overlays. I think it's something I either need to like get over and like just go whole hog into like cool overlays, or just embrace. Especially if you put it on top of your head. I don't know, I'm just like, I don't wanna... Wolf has it where it hits him in the head. I'm so focused on the gameplay, right? I don't want to distract from it. Like when we're just chatting, when we're just hanging out, it's a fun thingy to see. But when we're like actually doing stuff, I've been playing with retooling things, like making it so that things are more anonymous. Wolf, thank you so much for the bits! Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to donate. Thank you so much. We have completely overflowed that glass now. Zach, thank you so much for the bits! 1,000 bits, one big bit, and it does! It has all the weight in the world! That's so cool! Thank you so much, Zach! Thank you to everybody who's donating. It's so incredible of you all. It's also so good to see you, Zach. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you. That was satisfying. That was awesome. And you were right, Aku. The bigger bit did have more weight. Had to contribute to the experiment? Absolutely. We love science here. We love the experiment. Thank you so much, everybody, for the contributions. Thundercats! Oh! Yes, incredible work, everybody. Very, very cool of everybody. I think that was a throwback. Yeah, Thundercats Redeemed doesn't get used too much that much anymore. Was really hoping for 1,000 unicorns to show up. I think you have to put them in individually. But the one big unicorn dropping in was very satisfying. You do it on mobile? Thank you so much, everybody, for the bits. Remember, we are donating to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center month of August. Really stellar of you. Just tap it. Let's see. You do it on mobile and just tap it over and over again to have it do 1 million of them like that. That's I think that's incredible. It also seems like a lot of work. So I also know that it's a lot of fun just tapping the screen sometimes. So if that's what you want to do, I appreciate it. Really stellar work, everybody. We have some cool stuff on the horizon, but we're kind of in that slump, right? We're kind of in that, like, we don't know what to do, what to play right now. We've got Oxenfree 2 that we can play. I think we'll play that on Monday. Try and play that on Monday. Like I said, we're not going to be playing tomorrow because we're probably not going to be streaming tomorrow on Sunday like we normally do. In fact, this is a good opportunity. Everyone, our schedule might be changing. Are we playing anything today or just chatting? Aku, it depends on how we're feeling. Right now, I'm in like a just chatting kind of mood. I've got Date Everything loaded up. It's actually like on my screen right now. So we've got Date Everything like locked and loaded. But that's if we like get to it. I'm not super eager to play tonight. I'm just kind of in that like, hey, let's have some fun, chillin'. But yeah, so our schedule might be shifting. I might be in a D&D game on Sundays now, so if that happens, my Sunday nights will be taken up by D&D, so we won't be able to play consistently on Sundays anymore. So we might be shifting our Sunday to Wednesdays. I say might be because I know that Spice streams on Wednesdays, and I don't want to like split our viewership, because I know it would be like harder on everybody if you have two people in the same community streaming at the same time. So I'm like a little hesitant to pull the trigger on a Wednesday stream. Because you stream doesn't mean that, just because Spice streams doesn't mean that I can't. Yeah, but Spice, like I said, I don't want to like pull away from like people being active in your community. You can also switch to a different night. Spice, don't switch your night. That's your night. In fact, yell at me. Be like, no, you can't stream on Wednesdays. That's my night. I already stream as often as I can. Hell, I do right now. I do Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and it's Saturday because wanted to stream tonight, and we're doing that. Yeah. Don't switch to a different night just because of me. What's that little symbol next to you? Okay. Yeah. It's just something I was floating as kind of like an idea. It's also not set in stone. It's very possible that our D&D games will not interfere with our schedule, even though they most likely will. But it would be cool to, I don't know, it might be cool to pick up another night. What I really wish I did is streamed on nights that weren't school nights, like Friday nights and Saturday nights consistently, because then I wouldn't have to worry about going later, which right now I have to like have a hard deadline have a hard cutoff at midnight here so that I can get up and go to work for all of my nights. In fact, I've got to be up extra early a couple of nights, a couple of days this week because I've got trainings early coming up. I'm hosting just a bevy of trainings this week, and it's a lot. It's a lot of early mornings, and I don't like early mornings. Longtime fans of the stream know that I think anything before 1 p.m. is a sin. Getting up before 1 p.m. sucks. That's why I didn't do it today. I got up at like 12:15 and get out of bed. Like, no, screw that. But it's exciting to have a lot of stuff going on at work, but I don't like that it's in the morning. At the same time, we still need to figure out what we're doing about this stream schedule. AshGroveBot, what are you doing? Why are you popping in so often? You're supposed to space out your messages. I need to rework my bots. There's a whole ton of streamer stuff that I need to do that I just keep putting off. I need to rework the bots, which I've been trying to do. I've been adjusting the timers and trying to make it so that it doesn't double up on itself like this. I need to do a ton of like back-end stuff. Off topic, but you got another tattoo. So this is a different one than your Black Butler tattoo, Aku? That's pretty cool. Are you still getting your Black Butler tattoo? I know you said you had some stuff. That boy's healing. I know you said you had like some work to do still on the Black Butler tattoo. Did you get it finished? He's gonna sit till September. The flowers need to be finished. Okay. It is an amazing tattoo. I'm really torn. I'm like, I want to get a tattoo, but I don't like have this like specific thing that I want. So I'm like, I'm like very, what is the word? Apprehensive about getting a tattoo unless I'm like 1000% on a design. You got Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club. I like Ouran High School Host Club. I think it's a fun anime. I think It's been years since I've watched it. We're talking like decades even. Tamaki? I thought, isn't that what I said? Tamaki. I apologize, Aku. I said it wrong. The second one, yes. It's your comfort show. My comfort show lately has been Drawfee. Fucking love Drawfee. Drawfee's hilarious. I recommend everybody, if you like funny bits and are even like the slightest bit in like enjoy art, check out Drawfee. They're hysterical and they do really cool art. I'm a big fan. I've had it on almost non-stop for the past like 8 months. They have there's like the Drawfee show and there's the Drawfee streams. The Drawfee streams are just chaos. Love them. We are what can I also have been watching a lot. I've recently caught up on Game Grumps. I let it slide to the wayside for like a couple of months there. I just caught up. Oh boy, super excited. Really enjoying Game Grumps. I know that they are like it's a really fun time to be a Game Grumps. I think I'm enjoying the Grumps show, their live action show, and I'm enjoying their Let's Plays a lot. It's been really. There's like a golf game that I catch up on. Has like 3 episodes out. It's like Game Grumps and Drawfee have been my comfort show for the past. The Game Grumps really inspires me to be like a better Let's Player, a more enjoyable Let's Player. I wanna be as funny and as fun to watch as Game Grumps. That's like when I started streaming. They were my inspiration, and now 4 years later, they're still my inspiration, which I think is rad. It's awesome that maintain like a constant inspiration like that. Viewers, what do you find inspiring? Like what can we aspire to? What inspires you? Because I'm at like that, like I said, I'm at that slump where I don't have a ton of stuff to play. I'm also in a creative slump. CWWC, the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. Kidding, but also, hey, I think they're rad. I like that video that I saw of them. Just chatting is fun. Just chatting is fun. I spent today, get that? You're also in a slump? I'm sorry to hear that, Agbu. I know that you're about to get back in swing of things for school. But I hope with the new school year that invigorates your creativity. And you have a lot of cool students that ignite your passion. None of your games are really holding your interest. I get that. I get that a lot. So, like I said earlier, we're working on a movie. That's sort of like in the works. That's like a thing in the background. It's something I need to keep in my mind for Ashwood Explores New Things. Absolutely, I love exploring new things. I haven't really like there's my old hobbies that are like out there, and then there's the new stuff that I want to try. We're just sort of in between everything. I would love to get inspired to do another glass sculpture, a new stained glass piece. I have so much glass, y'all. I have so much glass. There's so much glass in my storage. I need less glass. It doesn't take up a lot of space, thankfully, because they're like little tiny panes. Like this big. This big. Like my face for reference, my nose for reference. And you can kind of stack them on top of each other, which is good. But I'm holding on to so much glass. I wanna make some more glass pieces. But there's nothing really like inspiring me lately, stained glass wise. I did see there's a really cool stained glass museum out in Texas, I think. I think it would be cool to go check that out. Ooh, we got some smooth jazz in the background. Are nut donuts not a thing everywhere? What? Nut donuts? It depends, like a cake donut with peanuts all over. No, that's a thing. I think it's dangerous to people with certain allergies, but I've heard of. Oh, Zach, no. Been tapping for a while. Apparently there's a 500 character limit. Oh no. Someone said they're only available in Eastern Michigan. Feel like that's a lie? That's absolutely a lie. I'm pretty sure I could get a nut donut anywhere that offers donuts. Cut some of them and then paste into a new message? Oh no. Would that work? How many taps is each bit? Or I guess each bit is one tap, but how many characters is each bit? Done it? Very nice. Very good. All the smooth jazz is gone. Now it's just like lo-fi. Fine chill. Yeah, I've definitely gotten Aku, I don't know if it's exactly what you're talking about, but I've definitely gotten peanut donuts. Like, for someone to say that it's exclusively an Eastern Michigan thing, I think is a lie. Tim Hortons have them? I don't think we have any Tim Hortons down here. And that's Canadian based? Yeah. So they've got to be. It's a northern thing bordering Canada. Now I want donuts. You learn there's no Tim Hortons here and about cried, not gonna lie. Oh, I'm sorry, Aku. Maybe you could be the first person to open a Tim Hortons there. Maybe that could be a new adventure. Franchisee ownership. Maybe that's something we could all aspire to. Franchising Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, sponsor us or else. Hell no? Yeah, I don't want to work in food service again either. You already run your own small business? We admire that. You're not going corporate? Very admirable. Very admirable. I will still accept a sponsor though. Tim Hortons, get at us. I'll drink your coffee. I'll drink. You want me to drink coffee on stream instead of tea? Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'll go all night, every night. Tim Hortons, coffee. Sponsor us, please. Please. Although, maybe I would prefer a local sponsor. Someone, like a local roastery. There are a lot of really cool roasteries here in New Orleans. Roasters? Roasteries? I feel like I should know the word. I feel like it's roastery. Someone fact check me on that, but I think it's roastery. Coffee roastery. Roaster would be the person. Is the bot working? Type the wrong thing. I think you typed the right thing, Aku. The bot might be down. Let me double check the bot. Oh, no, it just took a little while. 71 degrees. Damn, that's nice. That must feel incredible. %, is only half the humidity. We have like, we're looking at like 80% here. Yeah. Let's see. You live in the desert. I must put in New Orleans. Like we're in Catboy mode or something. Okay, the bot's just taking a little while to warm up. Okay. So, oh, that was for St. Louis. Our humidity is 69%. Nice. Not nice temperature wise, but yeah, see, New Orleans are, let's see, conditions are clear with a temperature of 83 degrees. Current humidity, 75%. I feel like it should be higher. It rained earlier. Should have a higher humidity. I was telling y'all about the movie that we were working on, written by our friends, and going to include me. I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be a fun time. It will not be for children. That is for sure. But I was working on a prop today. I was like working on. I can't tell you anything about. I shouldn't even be telling you that there is one. You're being bullied to socialize? Wolf, you should never feel pressure to socialize. You should lurk and chat at your leisure. Hi, Aku, of course. Assfish. Aku, I think you only got 2 more of those. And then we'll reset it arbitrarily. But yeah, so I shouldn't even be telling you about the movie, but we're working on a movie, and I was working on a prop today. I was experimenting with how I want the prop to look. I was doing some painting. I haven't painted in a while. It was nice. It was nice to be able to paint. Agbu, Wolf is bullying me. I don't know if I believe that, Aku. I've never done such a thing, Agbu. Don't listen to them. We are listening and observing, and bullying will be punished. You sit on a throne of lies. Did you saying throne just happen to coincide with it doing the privacy friendly wish list, or did it, because somebody mentioned throne, did it program to pop up? I don't know who to believe. I'm stumped too, Agbu. Are you calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther. Autocorrect? Yeah, that's what I figured, Aku. My autocorrect's been really wild lately. Not with any specific examples, but it's been crazy. Like, it'll just pop up with words that I know are words, and it'll be like, nah, you meant to say something else. How about we all just agree to stop bullying each other? Unless it's to force each other into better self-esteem. Thank you, Agbu. Harry, thank you for the hydrate. It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a grand old time. How are you doing today, Mary? We're just chatting, just chilling, having a good time, hanging out with each other, spending Saturday. Got we're talking about a couple of things so far. Our charity D&D game that we've been working on. We've been coming up with NPCs and trying to figure out how to make an exciting murder mystery. Doom scrolled for majority of the day, drank a can of Monster, ate some ice cream, and now I'm here. We're happy to have you here, Mary. What kind of Monster and what kind of ice cream did you have today? Because I have had so many coffees. I was talking to my roommate because I saw him brewing coffee. I was like, wow, that's like our third pot of coffee today. We're having a lot of coffee as a household. And he looked at me and said, I haven't drank any coffee today. If this is our third pot, how much coffee have you had? And I just did not have an answer that was satisfactory. Classic Monster and chocolate peanut butter ice cream? Hell yeah! That sounds like a delicious, not a combination. It makes for a delicious day. Oh no, did I pick up ice cream at the store? I did. I have ice cream. Ashwood has the ice cream now. Spoiler alert, the Monster was warm and you could taste the sugar? Oh no. Oh, jeez. I don't know about that. Warm Monster is a beast of its own. It was so sweet and so delicious. I prefer an ice-cold Monster. Your manager apparently downs like 3 energy drinks in a day? Wolf, they're hard. They're hard. Arr. According to one of your coworkers. I hope that's not true. I hope that's a rumor. It's honestly not that hard to do that, says a factory worker who lives off caffeine and spite. I used to drink a lot of energy drinks when I was working in kitchens, and it was not the best thing in the world to do. Warm Monster sounds like your nightmare? It genuinely depends on what flavor of Monster it is. Okay. Like I said, I prefer ice cold Monster. I like it to have that bite. That like little bit of burn that comes from drinking something that's too cold. I haven't heard if Mist has tried the warm Red Bull experiment yet. Warm Red Bull sucks. I think warm Red Bull is just sticky. Like, I don't like the way it clings to my tongue and my teeth. It's warm. I much prefer cold energy drinks. Monster doesn't feel clingy when it's warm. But does Red Bull work fast or warm? That's a good question. I know that you absorb water faster when it's closer to body temperature, right? That's something I've heard as science. You genuinely prefer cold Monster, but were too lazy to put it in the fridge yesterday? I get that. That's totally valid. Yeah. as someone who has to maneuver an entire whiteboard to get to my fridge. I'm not entirely keen on. Oh, lizard.
Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
How long is this?
Lizard.
A lot of lizards. Mary, thank you for the bits to play lizard. Activating Aku. Oh, Aku, my TikTok feed, my algorithm has been feeding me lizard videos like it thinks I'm you. It has. There have been so many like song mashups. Like, it's been crazy. Lizard. It's my fault, yes. You thought Aku played that? Your Instagram has been doing that? Yeah, it's been a lot of song mashups with Lizard. My favorite has been the Daft Punk Harder, Better, Faster Lizard. That one was really good. I'll admit to that. Another one I think was like that fit really well was an old Nickelback song, but I don't remember exactly well. It's mostly Harder, Better, Faster Lizard that I think stuck with me. But it has been all over my feed, and I blame Aku. Have I seen the Like a G6 remix? I have, yes. Your fave so far is Like a G6? It's a good one. I think their name is Martin. They're the ones who have mostly been on my feed with the remixes. Martin something. I'd have to look it up. I have to crack open the old TikTok. Wolf, thank you for the lurk.
My little soda pop,
Lizard.
you're all I can think of. Every drop I drink of. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
Lizard. Oh my god. What does Blurp use to source these? I never knew they would have the soda pop lizards. You just watched K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time? I enjoyed it. I found it to be a fun little movie. I'll be honest, I don't understand the level of hype that it's gotten. You love K-pop Demon Hunters? I enjoyed it, but I'm not a big K-pop person. I don't know if it's me not being in tune with the fandom, but it has exploded. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely liked the characters. I liked all the characters. Tequila Lizard? Oh, I know exactly what's gonna happen. Lizard. It was an amazing movie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really liked the music is catchy. I really liked Golden. At an EDM concert, they did the lizard as part of the set. You have a video? Was that at a concert you went to, Aku? Yeah, like I was saying, I really like the characters. Did you know that ProZD plays Abby Saja? Like, what is it with ProZD getting these like super like ripped bad guy roles lately? I feel like he's being typecast as the like as because he plays Doug, which is basic, and then he plays Abby Saja. He's been in something else recently. ProZD's been working, and I appreciate that. The Saja Boys would have had your soul in an instant. You love Baby Saja? Baby Saja was the one that had the like hair in front of their eyes, right? No, Baby Saja was the one that had like the kind of bluish hair and had the like kind of bowl cut. No, your partner went and then he found the recording on TikTok. Okay. All I know is Abby Saja because of the abs being a selling point. That was Mystery. Mystery was the one with the hair in front of their face. Okay. Mystery Saja. Weren't there? So there were 5. There was like the main one. There was Abby, Mystery, and Baby. Who was the 5th Saja boy? This has turned into a K-pop Demon Hunters discussion, everyone. I apologize. But let's see, I feel like... Did the 5th one have a name? Or was it just Saja? Jin, wasn't it? Was that the name of the main character? The one who the male lead? But there was a 5th Saja boy. Baby Saja has the teal hair. Romance and Abby both have pink hair. Mystery has the bangs, and Jinu is the only normal looking one. Romance Saja? Why didn't we get more characterization for Romance Saja? I want to see more romance. Yeah, like I said, I liked the movie. I just didn't. I was stunned by how much it blew up. He was the one blowing the hearts and had heartburn during the hot sauce challenge. Okay. Being in a hot sauce challenge is like, as a content creator, something that I fear, but also think I would do well in. Because like, part of me is like, I can take hot stuff. I can take absolutely scalding, high pepper hot stuff. And then like the part of me that is like, oh, but what if we can't do that for the camera? What if that's boring? Romance and Abby look similar, so it's easy to get them mixed up. But you can't confuse those abs. Abs are what make Abby Abby. I'm enjoying tonight. Thank y'all very much for being here. On my honor as a Louisiana native, I cannot fail a hot sauce challenge. Exactly, Spice. It would disgrace my family and my home if I failed. Pretty sure they kick you out? Yeah, they wouldn't even let me pack a bindle. You're allowed to post links or no? Mary, you cannot post links in the Twitch chat. The bots are tuned to not allow links at all. If you want to post a link, you can post a link in Discord. But yeah, the bots are really bad about links. They're really mean. The bots will get you. We had an issue with the bots earlier. Thursday stream actually. They got Z, and that felt terrible. I felt like a jerk. But it's the bots. Bots won't allow it. Can't have it. That's how we keep all the spam. And there's been an increase in spammers lately. That's how we keep those spammers out off of the chat. Having really high really low tolerance for links. Got a phone call? Was it a scammer? Henceforth disappearing off the face of the earth? Okay, Aku, thank you very much for being here. Enjoy your phone call. I've been, what was I talking about? I was talking about links. Am I kicking you out? Of course I'm not kicking you out. You said you had a phone call. Did you not have to leave for the fries and pocket squares? No, Aku, don't cry in pocket squares. Although that's one of their... Oh, you already left for it. Okay, I thought you had to leave for it. I was wishing you a good phone call. In that case, welcome back. We like having you here, and we appreciate you. Just giving me shit. I appreciate it. Keeps me truthful. Keeps me up to my level. Why am I talking like this? Yeah. The scammers are the ones who will post links and then get immediately disqualified from chat. So we gotta keep those scammers out of here. Scammers and spammers. Gotta hit them with the ban hammer. I'd like to especially thank Stream Beats and Arcane Anthems for the tunes tonight. We like having they specifically put out music that we can have on our stream. So you're doing a Shard Origin run in BG3. Very interesting. Are you doing any romanced Gale? You ship Shaleheart? I've never heard anybody ship Shaleheart. I love Gale. But no one likes Gale. Everyone thinks it's fun to bully Gale, but I like him. The thing about if I was running an origin run of any of the characters, I would wish I could romance every other character. That's why I play games like Date Everything. Would I like him if he was not a wizard? I'm gonna think about that while I be right back. Who's playing Stardew right now?
One streamer.
Stardew
together.
Valley.
So close.
So close to the end. Who's this? Who's this? Sumley. Who's this? Who's this? There's a streamer in the raid. Who's this? Who's this? I'm clicking start raid. I just I really had a good setup for a bit.
Did they die?
Halloween.
The boys.
No.
You ruined them!
What happened?
You made them so mad they left. One of them is praying to God.
That's a pretty good porn name.
That is a pretty good name.
WG only would. Okay, was not expecting that to come back to that. As after thinking long and hard about whether or not I would love Gale if he was not a wizard, I've decided that I would love him if he was not a wizard. Because it's pretty. You have Gale as a paladin right now. Let's see. Spice says they had to make a new BG3 run just to romance Gale because he hated you in your first run, and that could not stand. Interesting. Check my Discord. Tagged me for a video. Apologies for the ping here for the hot sauce challenge. Thank you very much, Mary. Oh, yeah, I remember romance. I totally forgot. Look at the pug at the same time. Yes, pup. That is a big pug. Ah. I love big puppies. Would we get and a very nice tattoo, Aku?
And will he let the fire go out? Is this the end of him now? Dying king with the crumbling crown.
Thank you very much, Mary, for the bits. Playing Crumbling Crown. Very cool. I'm trying to figure out how I can put the hot sauce challenge on the screen. If that's something I can do without getting this video taken down by YouTube and Twitch. I think Twitch would yell at me if I played a video.
I can be a sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns down. For the power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me.
Aw, it doesn't play my favorite part of Your Idol. I like when they say, "Can we take the mic a little higher?" I can't sing. But thank you very much for playing the official song clip from K-Pop Demon. Doesn't play the best part. What is your favorite part of that song, Mary? Trying to figure out, let's see. That's your favorite part too? Yeah! Let's go, Mary! Same with Baby Saja rapping. I don't remember I don't remember the rapping part too well. Now, I did, like, it has been months for me since I've seen the movie. I feel like I watched it like at 8 a.m. during a training that I was conducting because I had to like conduct the training, but I wasn't an active part of the training. I was just playing videos. So I was like, I'm gonna watch K-Pop Demon Hunters during this. So I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say that I did that at work, but I did. But there were some parts of the movie that I missed because I had to be like attentive sometimes. Especially like there's a part that requires some speaking during the training. I was like, I had to turn the movie off for that. Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral. Yeah, the fever, making you a believer. Now that we had no Thank you for the bits. Play baby rapping. I love that it's called baby rapping. That's one of your favorite parts of Your Idol? I thank you very much for sharing it with us, Mary. I'm gonna have to rewatch a clip of Your Idol to catch the full verse, to catch the full baby rapping part. We should do a server movie night and watch it together. We could absolutely do that. I owe the server a movie night, so I'll put K-Pop Demon Hunters as one of the possible movies that we watch. And of course, we can do multiple movie nights. I don't mind us doing multiple movie nights. I just put it as like a cheap charity reward because I knew we would hit that milestone. So it's like a fun thing to do as a community. So let's K-Pop Demon Hunters. I can spell demon correctly. There, that's probably legible. Even though I don't think I put the O in demon. Doesn't look like I did anyway. That's legible, right? It's probably... Is it backwards for y'all? No, it's the right way. I have it flipped. Community movie nights are fun. You're planning on making all your friends watch the Fast and Furious movies with you, and it's legible to you. Mary, we have been watching. So I'm in a movie club. We meet every Tuesday. We have a system of throwing movies into a hat or any like receptacle. And I have a friend who is like dead set on us watching Fast and Furious 10. But the rules of the movie club are that you cannot throw a movie out of order. You have to, if you have a series, you have to throw in the order of the series. So if you want to get to 10, you first have to do 1 through 9. So we have, for the past 2 years, been watching Fast and Furious movies at random, because that's how we throw the movies. We pick the movies at random. And for the past 2 years, including Tokyo Drift, yeah, including Tokyo Drift, also including Hobbs and Shaw. But we are on not Final Fantasy, FF Fast and Furious 9 this Tuesday. You haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw yet? It's fun. It's not great. It's fun. It's very there's a lot it's fun. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of like, it's a lot of, well, I guess that happened. Ashwood, your handwriting is almost as bad as mine. But Aku, I'm writing my cleanest here. Telling me that's bad? No, I know, it's terrible. I should have been a doctor. Plan on setting aside a weekend to just kick back and watch as many of the Fast and Furious movies as possible. It is a whole, I think, 24 hours of movies at this point. Yours is legit doctor's handwriting? I believe it. Scratch out. That can't be right. I scratched through it. But it, to me, on first inspection, I thought it said donating to Brazzers. I'm like, that's not right. Tattoo artist had a pic of something you wrote. He had to ask 3 separate people to confirm what it said. Oh my. Yeah, in school really early on, I was banned from turning in handwritten assignments. Like, how did they not expect my handwriting to get worse if they banned me from turning in handwritten things? Like, it's never gonna get better if I'm not forced to practice it, right? Yeah, let's see if I can... I got in trouble a lot for my handwriting really early on in school, because one thing is I had terrible handwriting, but additionally I would never use the eraser. I would write on top of something. It was like, I don't know why that was like my instinct. It's like, oh, I didn't write it right the first time, better write over it and try and write correctly the second time. Stupid. But That's just, I guess that's just how my little kid brain thought. Yeah, thank you all, everybody, for being here. I know I've said it already. I just want to always make sure that you know that you're appreciated and that you're welcome here, and that we love and appreciate you, and that we are thankful for having you here. Appreciate everybody just hanging out, and it really is thanks to people like you that we are able to do the things that we do and have the really cool, awesome adventures that we have, and that we're able to donate to really awesome causes like the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. And let's see, we donated to PBS previously. That's coming up. So we get the Twitch payout from last month. I sound like PBS right now. Good. I take that as a compliment. That warms my heart, even though it's very hot in this jacket. But it is thanks to incredible people like you that we're able to do the cool stuff that we're able to do. And I thank you greatly for it. Probably close up here closer to 12. Yeah, in these last few minutes, I just wanted to emphasize how grateful I am to have you all here. I'd also like to know what more you would like to see from us. Are there like art streams that you want to see? Are there like different games coming out that you want to see? Are there any cool things on the horizon that we should be aware of? Or any things we missed that you think we should revisit? Always welcome. You heard art? Yeah. We've done some art streams in the past. We've done cosplay streams. We should do a finger painting stream. You have a lot of clients do it. It's cathartic. We could maybe do a finger painting stream. That sounds like fun. I'll write it down. You have them do it while talking to them in conjunction with therapy, but we could do it with chat. It would be a lot of fun. So we've got a K-pop Demon Hunters movie night in Discord. We've got a finger painting stream. Forward to. That sounds like fun. Yeah, we've done a couple of art streams in the past. Buggy Smelling Fox, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today, Fox? It's glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. It is good to see you. It is late. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing tonight? We need a different stream that isn't Subnautica but gives similar vibes. Agbu, I think there's a couple of like really, are you talking like scary games or games that like have the feeling of being underwater? Because those are scary. Good, haven't been here in way too long. We're glad to have you back. We hope you've been doing well. We've been doing our best in the meantime. Glad to see you. We were just talking about things to look forward to in the future. Is that why you don't like the underwater games, because you're scared of the water? That is a big part of it, Aku. I'm scared of deep water. I'm scared of I'm scared of monsters in the ocean. I'm scared of like what is just out of sight in the ocean. Cause it's like that part of your brain that is like, glass shark is right there behind you, is very present in video games. Hate deep water and the fear of drowning. Yeah, I have the same fear, Aku. Valid though, there's so many creepies down there. There are so many creepies down there. I'm with Fox here. There are so many part of me, I wasn't always scared of the water, so I used to be like really interested in deep oceanography, like deep water marine biology and oceanography. And it's a fear that developed over time. And so there are like so many creepy monsters down there in the deep. And then there's like all the stuff that used to exist that we think are extinct now. And I say we think are extinct now because honestly, there's like things like the coelacanth that we thought were extinct, but it wasn't really extinct. There could be a ton of stuff like that. Don't know what part of it should be like Subnautica. Something like it in whatever you want it to be. Ooh, Agbu. That actually made me. I would enjoy showing a game like that to you all, because I would get very scared, and I know how enjoyable that is for you all. Honestly, the more you learn, the scarier anything can get. Very true, Fox. The more you learn, the scarier anything can get is very true. I also like, the more you learn about space travel, the scarier it is, because it's like a paint chip hitting the wrong spot can depressurize an entire spaceship. Is crazy to me. Or an entire space vessel. Because they have had like satellites go down from hitting nothing more than paint chips, and it's like, whoa, that could be. Space used to be cool, now it's terrifying. There could be just anything out there. Doesn't have to be paint chips, it could be like little bits of ice. You love space so much? It did spiral you a little when you were little, though? Absolutely. Although my first thought when I see the word spiral is Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann. That's a spacefaring adventure, a little bit. They go to space. They do a lot of space stuff, and it's a good time. But that just shows you how crazy interstellar space can be. Them throwing galaxies at each other. Your favorite thing to learn about are black holes and neutron stars. I would love to learn more. Like, I would love for us to learn more about black holes 'Cause they are scary. Like, they are... They're not, like, as scary as they used to be to me. Like, I'm at that point where I know enough about them to be like, that's not so bad. Because they're, like, they're only as... A lot of people, like, build black holes as these, like, never-ending, like, gravity-defying things. But it's like, no, they very much are... Like, they're not gravity-defying. They're very much dependent on gravity. They're terrifying. You love it? I used to be like, oh no, anything in like a black hole could just swallow us whole and we'd never see it coming. And it's like, that's not true. We'd absolutely, like... But like I say they're not so bad because it's like the more you learn about gravity, the like less terrifying they are, I feel. Think that's not so bad, then you need to look more into them. Maybe I'm at like that confident awareness of knowledge. I need to learn a little bit more and then I'll go down that steep dive. What's my hand doing? There it is. Steep dive. Beer. Spaghettification and the event horizon are terrifying. I don't want to be spaghettified, but I think watching something be spaghettified would be kind of cool. Because it's just light struggling to escape. Like, it doesn't actually... You used to want to get taken out by a black hole? That'd be pretty sick. I think it would be painful. Watch it literally forever? See, that's the thing I don't know about Agbu. I feel like we've got that wrong. I just think science has a... Like, if you were getting spaghettified... I don't know. If it's a massive black hole, it'd be a little less painful, at least. Wouldn't it just, like, get to the point where your... whatever apparatus you're in... is like... Would you say a supermassive black hole? Hey, wait a second. You're trying to get us to watch Twilight again, Aku. I'm on to you. I know about supermassive black hole. Well, you got the reference, didn't you? I got the reference. Ah, Bunny. I can't actually sing the riff. Yeah, I'm on to you, Aku. With your Twilights and your vampires and your werewolves. It's okay, I still got it. Thank you very much, Fox. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would like to watch a camera being put down a black hole, but I don't want to be anywhere near one. I'm still good with not being near one. But I want to see what happens to a camera. The shitty thing is it's like nothing can escape the black hole, so it's not like we'd be able to get data from it. Like, even if we had a fiber wire, would it work? Probably not. Absolutely not, because light can't even escape the event horizon. And you'd need like a really strong camera, like a Nokia camera or something. This sounds like your soul, Darkness Forever. Sounds like we need an Event Horizon watch party. That movie's weird. I'm not familiar with that movie, Agbu. Why does it make me... What? I'm thinking of an asteroid impact. What is the... Not Armageddon. It's the other one that's about asteroid impact. Ruby, thank you very much, Fox, for being here. Be safe. Deep Impact. Yes, I was thinking... Thank you, Agbu. I don't know why, but Event Horizon made me think of Deep Impact. I've got the brain jumpies. Brain jumps to different things. What is... So, Agbu, Event Horizon. Wait, is that a movie you actually want me to put on the list for a Discord watch party? Event Horizon is a Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill movie from '97. I like Lawrence Fishburne. It's a horror that gets very, very weird. Back grabbing some cereal? Fantastic. What kind of cereal? I just picked up some fresh Cocoa Pebbles today. Very excited to dig into them tomorrow morning. And by tomorrow morning, I mean tomorrow afternoon when I wake up. Good old reliable Frosted Flakes, hell yeah. Like it's kind of a bad acid trip? Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Agbu. I would think maybe... Sounds fantastic. I would think it seems like a... I don't really know. Like is it about black holes? How can a movie about black holes be a horror movie like a bad acid trip? Kind of? Is it about someone using a black hole to murder people? Is my view of horror just too narrow? Is it like a cosmic horror, like we should just be scared of this cosmic thing? The cold, unfeeling void? Psychological horror is fun. I like psychological horror in games. I don't really enjoy it in movies as much. When it comes to horror in movies, I like slasher movies or what is it called? Event Horizon. A rescue crew is tasked with investigating Mysterious reappearance of a spaceship that had been lost for 7 years. Okay. To be fair, the only kind of media you consume is games, so you could be biased. Yeah, when it comes to horror, I kind of stay away from horror movies. Like I'm a scaredy baby, and I don't subject myself to horror movies all that well, but I subject myself to horror games because that's what the people like to see. They like to see streamers get scared. And I am definitely a scaredy baby. I get scared easily. We had a really good time with Dead Take, though. I hope that was pretty cool. I like Dead Take. That was a psychological horror. It's worth watching once. Honestly, you went to see a horror movie and it was just gore and kind of uninteresting. Yeah, I'm not that into gore. I like as a teenager, I kind of was as like a, oh, this is edgy and interesting in a way that satisfies teenage me. But as an adult, I'm like, oh, those are people. Those are people. I don't know. I chalk it up to I chalk it up to like growing up and like not being as interested in like the idea of getting hurt. Cuz kind of it's like the older I get, it's like the scarier getting hurt like that is. Right? Real gore like live leak is always kind of unsettling to you. Yeah. I like it just it's just unsettling. I can agree to that. Cuz I've like as part of one thing they make you do as like part of my job is you have to go to like OSHA things, and OSHA will be like, here are gruesome accidents to be aware of. It's like, I don't want any part of that. I don't like gruesome accidents. I don't want that to happen to me or people I work with. So it's like gore at this point is like that to me. It's like, I don't want that to happen. I don't like that. But I like these what did I see recently that The French Dispatch I recently watched. Yeah, like when they're like, don't put your hand there, you die horrifically. Exactly. I really enjoyed The French Dispatch recently. That was a fun little movie by Wes Anderson. And it had a lot of death in it, but it wasn't like gory death. It was like, this is the stories we tell, kind of. Was an artist who was trapped in an insane asylum because he was a convicted murderer. There was a kidnapping that was really fun. It told the story of a kidnapping. I don't want to spoil them too much of the movie, but it was an anthology. There was a bunch of different pieces to the movie. Very good. You love when movies tell stories tastefully? Me too. I also like being surprised. I spend a lot of the time not being as surprised as I would like. And I don't know how to explain that in a way that is satisfying. But I feel like the element of surprise is so rare to me these days. It's like anything that can surprise me, I genuinely. So I like when movies can be surprising and take me in a direction that I'm not expecting. I guess that's why I like mystery movies a lot. Mystery movies tend to be like very surprising in ways. Even if you can put together the twist. A good real twist ending is so nice and refreshing. I agree. When you have the like opportunity to put together a mystery or a twist and it still like come out of left field for you, it's so engaging. Like the twist in The Village? I'll be honest, I didn't feel like the twist in The Village contributed that much to the story. If we're talking, because there are like two twists, right? There's like, not to spoil the movie The Village from 2001, but it's like there's the twist where it's like, oh, the monsters aren't real, and then there's the fact that the twist is that they're living in modern day. It's like neither, like the twist that they're living in modern day doesn't really contribute to the story. It's just like, that's weird. But the twist that the monsters weren't real, I guess, is like, you spoiled the movie for me! Damn it! JK, you've seen it like 10 times? Gosh! How dare I? How dare I spoil this widely known movie from 2001? Yeah, sorry to spoil The Village for anybody who never seen it, but honestly, you probably won't. It's not a fun movie. It's honestly pretty boring for the first like 60 minutes. It's like, to me it was really boring for the first like 60 minutes. The last 30 minutes have like intrigue to it, but it's like, it's not worth the watch, honestly, at this point. Yeah, like, what was the last movie I saw that had like a really good twist? Ash yelled at me, I need to put the milk away. Fox, you need to put the milk away! Fox, the milk! Get the milk! It's the milk, Fox, you gotta put it away! You've seen it once, you enjoyed your watch of it. But that was probably more about the company you were watching it with than the movie itself. Yeah, the people you watch a movie with can really make or break a movie too. Even if you're just like watching it in the dark with no conversation. Speaking of milk, yeah, Saku. The I've been really toying with going to see the new Fantastic Four. You made fun of it the whole time. That is a lot of fun, Agbu. You don't think you have to tell me? Are you just bringing up the cereal milk? Just gonna hint at cereal milk now. Cereal milk. It adds a nice, delicate flavor. New F4 was great. I'm glad to hear that, Agbu. Yeah, like, part of me, the part of me that really likes popcorn is demanding we go see a movie right now. And it's like, oh, what do we want to see? Do we want to see the new Fantastic Four? Do we want to see Superman? Do we want to see something else? It's like, it's mostly between Fantastic Four and Superman. It's like, oh, I really want popcorn. Just want a big thing of popcorn. Doesn't really matter what vessel that popcorn takes. Superman was better, but not so much so. They both were great. Glad to hear that, Agbu. It's been a... Superman is the one to go to if you're being honest. It's been a while since a superhero movie really caught me. It's probably... Let's see, when was... There's just been like a glut of superhero movies the past couple of years. There haven't any been like real standouts. Maybe Shang-Chi? Like the last one that I was really excited for. And it was like a really cool kung fu movie. Both of them felt more like an actual comic book than any movie in years. Yeah, it's just been a while since I've like really been excited for a movie. At least a superhero movie. A movie I am really excited for that I haven't seen yet, but I want to, is Sinners. I hear that's a really... I'm like sad that I didn't get to see it in theaters. And it's another one of those like, dang, I really wish I could have just like had the time to go see it. Because they were actually like a local theater was putting it on. Sorry, phone died? No worries, Fox. Sinners is the best movie this year. It's not even close. See, I really want to see it. There was a local theater called the Britannia, and the Britannia was doing like special screenings in like I think it was like a special film that they filmed Sinners on. It was like the right way to see it, the absolute best way to see it. You saw a clip of Sinners and it made you cry? Yeah, I wish I'd seen it when it was at the Britannia. Maybe they'll do like a re-showing, but I want to see it in like the meantime. I'm willing to watch it as part of a movie. Sinners was so damn beautiful. Not gonna lie, you have no idea what movie we're talking about. It's called Sinners. It's about... I don't know how to talk about it without spoiling anything. Because I had some of it spoiled for me, and I don't want to have any of that spoiled for somebody else. It's from what I hear, it's a really incredible movie. Like really, really awesome from like a storytelling point of view, from like a thematic point of view. Mary, thank you so much for the posture check. I'm shrimping a little bit. Let me get a little back stretch in. It's a supernatural historical blues movie. I like that terminology. Supernatural historical blues movie. Yeah, is it set in Sinners is on your watch list? Mine too. Yeah, technically it's on, so for Movie Club we have these lists. Technically Sinners is on my friend's watch list, but I want to throw it. He's just been out of the state a couple of weeks, so I haven't gotten the opportunity. Fox, thank you for the hydrate. Oop, almost out of tea. Yeah, I'm extremely uncultured in a lot of your league. No worries, Fox. I'm like I said, I haven't seen it either. It's just a movie that like I've had my eye on and been wanting to watch it and have not had the opportunity. Yay, streamer care time. Oh, and we got a stretch. I got like a little extra water in there. Take a big stretch. Oh, yep. That feels good on our back. Everybody do a big stretch for me. Make sure you're all stretching. You're not keeping your muscles all tight. It's like taking care of a chia pet. Yeah, definitely taking care of a streamer is like taking care of a chia pet. You got to remember to water us and make sure that we get our sunlight from time to time. And then we'll grow crazy hairstyles and wild opinions. Did I stretch my back out? There we go. That was the crack we needed. Ashwood. Oh, like Ashwood. Chia. Ash. I'm not very like musically inclined. Pro tip, don't play Minecraft Crisscross for hours at a time. Yeah, definitely gonna take that advice. There we go. Just stretch your legs out because one knee keeps locking up on you, which is not fun. Yeah, definitely can. Thundercats! Oh! Thank you for the Thundercats. Yeah. Been there, done that, and your back is toast. Definitely keep those stretching if your knee keeps locking up. Musically inclined, but MEWW, musically. You don't need culture to enjoy Sinners, just be able to appreciate good music and visuals. I'm like, part of me is like a little chuffed that it's set in Mississippi. Your back erect from a couple different things. I like all of my injuries I can point to cooking as being like that's why my knees make that clicking noise. That's why my thighs are like that. That's why my feet hurt. It all goes back to cooking. Cooking and curses. Yeah, the curses don't help. All right, coffee man, it's time for me to skedaddle. Thank you for being here, Aku. Hope we get some good sleep. We definitely will. We'll probably wrap up pretty soon. You find it happens randomly and at the most inopportune moments. Like at work when you're... Like at work when your break's almost over and you can barely walk. Oh no! Really sorry to hear that, Mary. That's rough. A lot of your ailments are from walking on your toes. Interesting. I didn't know it could do that. Do you just, like, have a propensity to walking on your toes, Fox? Or do you have, perhaps... Has it been just chatting all stream, Ashwood, or did you miss the game? It's been just chatting all stream, Mary. We were like... Statistics, so technically, yeah? Yeah, okay. Neurodivergence runs heavy with the toe walking? Interesting. Yeah, Mary, it's just... we've just been chatting the whole stream. We were... like... We had Date Everything pulled up, and like we had the game pulled up, and it was just like, we'll put off playing it, and then we put it off the whole night. We felt more like chatting than we did feel like playing the game. But we have we have a new game to look forward to Monday night called Oxenfree 2. We'll kick that up into the queue. We'll kick that to the front of the line. You had to get surgery to correct it, but at that point your knees and back were already messed up. I'm sorry to hear that, Fox. That's how it is. Sometimes you just gotta yap. Sometimes you just gotta yap. You need me to write that book? Agvu, so ever since Dead Take, and like, so Dead Take is about movie making. But it is also about creating art. And like, it has me really inspired to like really dig down and like write a book, because that's like my medium. Writing is a medium that I enjoy and that I express myself with. So it's like, I'm like, you're gonna get your appendix sooner than later. Oxenfree 2 is out. When did that release? The first one is amazing. I've had it since the first one. Let's see. When did Oxenfree 2 come out? Oxenfree 2. Oxenfree 2 looks like it's been out for a little while. Which means we get an Ashwood narrated book? I don't know, Spice. I've heard if you write a book, you shouldn't narrate it yourself. Better be getting it now on Steam. Lurking? Thank you so much for the lurk, Mary. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Oxenfree 2 on Monday. And why don't I just close down this game? So we're gonna be playing Oxenfree 2 on Monday. And I'm gonna be writing a book. Question, what does lurking do? Lurking just lets us know that you're either not active in chat, or that you're like stepping away from your computer or your phone or whatever means it is that you chat with. It's just a way of expressing that you're not going to be talking. At least that's my understanding of it. If you write a book, you should get Will Wheaton to read it, but barring that, you'd be okay to read it. I've enjoyed, I've had Will Wheaton read a couple of books to me, and I've enjoyed the endeavors. I think Jonathan Scalzi is a prominent author that Will Wheaton has read a couple of books for. If you like sci-fi, Scalzi's a pretty good writer. Let's see. Will Wheaton. Yeah, Scalzi has a ton of Will Wheaton books. Will does read for Scalzi. Scalzi, by the way, super nice guy. Glad to hear it. I appreciate that. You were active at your local library. You used to check out an audiobook version of the book you were checking out. I think that's a great way of like reading is through audiobooks. I personally can't my attention span at this point cannot tolerate sitting down and reading actual words. But I can put on an audiobook and it will help me be able to comprehend what's going on and I can put on an audiobook and do things and have an audiobook going audiobooks are great is what I'm saying, especially for the attention deficient out there. It is a good time. Same, you feel a bit silly because you can sit and write with no problem. I have the same problem when it comes to writing as well. Is that it's a bit better. It's not the same. It doesn't hit the same places as reading, but there's this when it comes to writing, it's more because it's more creative. I can do it for longer, but I will eventually hit a slump where it's oh, I've got writer's block, and the moment writer's block hits in, it's oh, you're bored. You've got to do something else now. Games acquired. Let's go, Mary. Fantastic. You picked up Oxenfree 2? The original Oxenfree was a really interesting game that you get that sitting and staring at the paper happens much too often. Absolutely. We just when it comes to writing, I need to have it fleshed out in my brain so that I can have that continuous action of writing. Because the moment I hit that slump, the moment I hit that oh, how do I say this? How do I do this correctly? It's oof, you hit a wall. But I don't have that problem with audiobooks. Maybe I should writer's block is god awful. You know from experience as a fellow writer. You got Oxenfree 2, Slay the Princess, and Slay the Princess Supporters Pack. That's fantastic. I love all those games. Although I haven't played Oxenfree 2 yet, but I imagine I will love it. But I really enjoyed Oxenfree and Slay the Princess. You love writing scenes and it's so annoying when you can't just finish it? Ah, I know exactly what you mean. I want to, like, when I would write a lot for my D&D campaigns, I would, like, struggle to go from, like, starting idea to completion, but I could get execution down pat. Because it was, like, you had to, like, carry through all these ideas. Why am I so shiny? Oh, it's just like... Can I... Just really shiny. Is it just the light on me? Or am I sweating? It's just the humidity. It's the hydrate. I think part of it is the humidity. Yeah, like I was saying, Agbu, you look forward to your book. I'm working on it. I promise I'm working on it. I'm debating how much to divulge here, because it's not a fully fleshed out concept yet. Better the hydrate than the dihydrate? Absolutely. You're definitely looking forward to it? Well, you won't have to wait forever. Maybe just a little while. But I believe I'm going to write an urban fantasy mystery series. I need to figure out if I'm going to write an anthology or if I'm going to write like one cohesive story as a told in several parts type deal. You used to struggle with pace sometimes, like, oh gee, did these two things happen too quickly? Do I have to rewrite the whole page? Yeah, that's always something. Rewriting something is scary to me, because that like really pulls on my attention. I know the first Oxenfree is amazing. You played it on Epic years ago when it first came out, and it was one of the free games. Oh, very cool. I love Epic's free games. That sounds so cool. Thank you very much, Fox. That's exciting. Thank you, Agbu. Yeah, the whole idea is that it will, like, I want to have cosmic horror elements to it. I want urban fantasy akin to like some of the stuff you see with Drew Hayes's work. For anybody who's read Fred the Vampire Accountant, I want to have a world as fleshed out as his, and it's really hard. It's really hard to develop that quickly. Cosmic horror hops up and down. Yeah. It's nailing the horror aspect of cosmic horror is really hard. There's a fine line you have to like walk. You're so mad at your friends for not telling you needed to play Oxenfree when it came out? When did you end up playing Oxenfree, Agbu? I know you were the first person. You were the one who told me about Oxenfree in the first place. But did you play it recent? I don't remember. Did you play it recently, or was it like a couple years ago? There's a yeah, I'm at that stage where I'm about to start a bunch of projects. There's the movie, there's the book, there's the like the things for stream that need to get done. It was a pandemic game for you. So 4 years after it released. But so that was still 5 years ago for us. Yeah, we're at like it's a very exciting time. Stardew was your ultimate pandemic game. I didn't have a pandemic. I didn't have a typical pandemic because I was working like extra through the pandemic. And then so I didn't have a pandemic game, but I can tell you I read a lot of books in 2020. I was on the road a lot. Stardew was actually how you found me. That's exciting, Fox. 2020 was clearly and will always be 1 year ago. That's so real. That is so real. 2020 was 1 year ago. 2021 was 4 years ago. You don't make the rules. Ah, so you just played Oxenfree a year ago. Very good. Very good. What was I saying? Yeah, exciting. See, it just makes sense. It does just make sense. Yeah, Stardew was how you found me. That's really cool. I love when people can point to a point, or they can point to when they first started tuning in. It's really cool to me that someone can go, this is the content that first you first arrived on my For You page, or this is when I started watching. It's really cool to have those kind of memories. Because Stardew for me is a bit of a blur. It's like the romance of Leia, of course, then the rush to 100%, and then the modding are all three separate times to me. You can point to how you found me too, but it wasn't content related. Yeah, that's I mean, just having the, because of Dian Dane, the infamous linker. It was when you were really into Stardew. You think it was probably during the run to getting 100%. Yeah, it was. I had a really good time with Stardew. Stardew, it was one of those games that never got old. No matter how much I played it, no matter how much I played it, it was still engaging. The notorious LINK. We should pitch that as Dian Dane's rebrand. I just after 100%ing Stardew, it was there were no, Alexander wept for there were no farms to conquer. Link, like the Legend of Zelda. Kind of, Fox. It's like a play on Link and Zelda, because Dane and I will share chat and whenever Dane's chat bot will post links, we'll post links to his content outside of chat, which you're supposed to do. My chat bot will be like, no, bad Dane. And Agbu has taken up that joke as no links, only Zelda. Mostly sillying, very nice. Yeah, if you're around for a Thursday stream, you'll see my chatbot fight with Dane's chatbot. And we have a good time, but the chatbots fighting have been a problem. Ashbot is a Zelda stan? Absolutely. That's silly, you gotta check in then? Absolutely. Or maybe a Ganon stan? You found it endearing for the chatbots fighting? Excellent. We'll take endearing. We'll take endearing indeed. It depends on how mad it gets. Ganon is sick. I'm fine with it just telling Dane's chatbot to stop with the links, but when it starts banning people from Dane's channel, that's when it's like, uh-oh, that's bad. We don't want that. All right, should we call it a night, everybody? Should we call it a Saturday and get some rest? What do y'all think? You think it's silly when you go up arrow response? Yeah, I programmed the bot years ago, and I forget all the things that it's programmed to do at this point. When be next stream? You're heading to bed? When be next stream? Next stream will be Monday. So on Monday we'll play Oxenfree 2. It'll be around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 10 p.m. Eastern. And you also like hi and how it goes. We hope this electronic message finds you well. Yeah, so we normally would stream on Sundays, but we're getting into a D&D game. Yay, Monday! Too bad you'll miss the first hour stream. Oh no! Apu, you'll probably be busy. Hopefully not at that time. Hopefully you can join us, Fox, but no worries if not. No pressure whatsoever. We just appreciate you being here and you checking in. Blame work? Absolutely blame work. We are, yeah, so we're starting a new D&D game, so our Sundays will probably be allocated to D&D for the next... Mary, thank you so much for the bits! That's so kind of you! Thank you so much! Oh, and they are very kind of you to donate the bits. It is very generous. Thank you so much. We're donating to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. So a portion of any subs, bits, gifts, donations, anything of the like, is going to Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. Thank you so much, Mary. D&D, is it a new campaign? It is a new campaign. It's being run by our longtime best friend, in a homebrew world of his own creation. And it is, I'm going to be playing a merchant wizard, a wizard merchant. And so we're going to be sailing the high seas as a merchant vessel, and it's going to be a good time. I'm very excited. We love D&D. We love sharing D&D with everybody. So we're going to be... You also love D&D. I'm so happy to hear that y'all like D&D so much. We love D&D too. We have some really cool D&D stuff planned in the future for the channel, starting with a murder mystery one-shot that was a charity redeem that because we blew through our charity goals, our charity stretch goals. We have a D&D game coming up, so stay tuned for that. And we have some just really exciting stuff on the horizon for the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. You hosted 2 one-shots and it sort of backfired for the second one? Oh no, how did it backfire? Did it become a full-blown campaign? Is that how it backfired? The one-shots can one-shots can do that. They'll sneak up on you that way. I'm hoping I can knock out this one-shot in a way that is exciting and interesting. I'm designing NPCs at the moment. Played 2 backshots, and the last one you played ended with your friend rubbing magical butter on a cave wall? Magical butter? Where do you get the magic butter? Also, all butter is magical. But on the cave wall? That's exciting. One shot. It became that one scene from You Believe Community where the one guy walks in with a pizza and the room is on fire. Oh, yeah, that absolutely was Community. That was when Donald Glover's character walked in and the room was on fire, and I think some person was stabbed and another person was going to jail or something. Exotic butters. He prayed to the toast god and got the ability to conjure butter. That's it. I need a toast god. I need a toast god in my campaign right now. I'm gonna pitch that to my friend and see if I can worship the toast god. Obviously, Ash. Obviously. Of course. How could I have been so silly? Do it? I just might. It'll be a fun time. Let's head over to the stream ending page. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We really love and appreciate you. It was really stellar having everybody come out and hang out for Saturday night. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. And we hope to see you on Monday. If you can't make it, no pressure. We just hope that you are out there having a good time. Oh, what pocket square we have? We have see, Ash, it was cool chatting. Yes, thank you very much for being here, Fox. So pocket square, we have a black pocket square with red and blue embellishments. I don't know if the blue comes out too well on the camera. Let me see if I can angle it towards the light a little bit. You can catch the blue around the paisley embellishments. But the red is really nice, especially on the black background. I really enjoy it. It's a really delightful pocket square. It's part of a set that I got, a paisley set that has all sorts of different paisley elements and different colors. But the black and the blue and the red really complement each other. And I like wearing it with this jacket. This jacket, it does not come across very well on camera, but this is actually a purple jacket. It's actually like a really dark purple. And the lapel pin that I'm wearing, red and black go together so well. They do. The lapel pin that I'm wearing today is from my feather collection. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. There we go. There's the light. We get it without too much light? Is it too reflective? This is a silver feather. It is part of my feather collection. I have, I think, 5 feathers. Yeah, I think I have 5 feathers as part of a collection. And they are all very nice pins. With one being, with 2 of them having gems and the rest being some brand of precious metal. This one being silver, another one being bronze, another one being gold. Thought the jacket was a dark blue or black, and the feathers very nice as well. Very dapper. Thank you very much. I really appreciate y'all's support and y'all's compliments. Thank you very much. We're gonna raid out. I'm gonna drop y'all off somebody cool. Let's see who's online. Let's see. More is doing some Lego building. Oh, hey, Wolf's online. What is Wolf? Does Wolf normally stream on Saturday nights? I'm not usually on Twitch this late Saturday. Let's see. Wolf is almost at 100% in the Stardew Valley. Short audio, he got 100%. He did. Let's go congratulate Wolf for 100%ing Stardew Valley. I'm gonna put up some sets. Is playing Battlefield 6. Let's see. We're gonna drop y'all off with Wolf tonight, and we're gonna congratulate Wolf on getting 100%. If you're a subscriber, go ahead and grab that first message. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and grab the second message. We hope you have a fantastic and stellar weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Let's raid out. Let's see. All right, stay fancy, all my lads, ladies and gentle zombies. Keep being amazing. And we will see you next time. Oop, I didn't wait for the countdown. All right, be good, everybody. We love you bunches, and we are out of here.